mature people as well. I mean, obviously people are going to be mauled in there with that, but it's probably quite good job we haven't got the rest of that film. Right, here's Michelle Dewberry. Here comes the newspapers with her. Hello, Michelle. Very nice to see you. Michelle, former winner of The Apprentice, and now out there on her own, doing it in the real world. And Michelle, front page of the Daily Mirror, and a very, very disturbing story about an old age pensioner, a man of 90 years of age, and a war hero, Jeff Bacon.
It's absolutely tragic. It's basically somebody's broken into his home, attacked him from behind, ransacked his house, left this poor guy banging for 30 minutes on the floor with his walking stick, and he just dashed off with £40 and a bus pass. So we've got £20,000 reward now, and I really hope that somebody somewhere must know who's done this, and we need to catch them because it's terrible. Absolutely
disgusting. And the disrespect for old people, and what an easy target the old and vulnerable are.
It's cowardly, absolutely cowardly.
This is the front page of The Independent, and we're talking now about the A-level results today, and a minister's shock advice, which is?
Must aim lower.
Why is that?
That's the advice, apparently. We've got a massive scramble now for university places. We've got more and more people wanting to go to university, and I would almost be tempted to change the headline to must aim differently. I don't understand this obsession with we have to go to college, we have to go to university. You know, I never went to university, you never went to university, and there's choices out there. Go and travel.
It's not that. I mean, to me, it's quite simple. You always see the individual. You know if they're well-groomed, well-presented, if they've got intelligence, if they can spell. But so many employers and human resources within these companies, they tick boxes. It's all about formulas. It's all about reaching government targets and business targets and whatever, and they take the whole personal experience out of that, to the detriment, I think, of the youngsters involved.
Well, we've just hired a grad, someone that's recently left university, can't get a job, so we've just taken them on using a government-backed scheme. And I've never seen anything like it in my life because, you know, we've taken somebody on and we found who we wanted, and now they've got to go back. She's got to go back to university to be taught people skills, communication skills.
This is in order so that you qualify for whatever grants available or whatever subsidies available, is that right?
Yeah, it's a scheme to work in partnerships to get people jobs. But I just think, communication skills, what have you been doing for the last few years?
If you can't communicate at 21, what is the point?
Yeah, exactly.
OK, Gordon Brown has been communicating.
He certainly has, but you've got to be careful because if you want to listen to him, it's going to take quite a whack out of your wallet. He wants to charge £60,000 to talk to people about a financial crisis and how to avoid it and all the rest of it. So if you've got 60 grand, you could book him. If you want someone, for example, like Bill Clinton, it's going to cost you £230,000.
But Bill Clinton is a very inspirational person. Have you ever seen Bill Clinton speak? Or?
I would love to. I've not.
Yeah, very charismatic guy.
We can get Boris Johnson if we've got 5 grand.
Yes.
He'll come and do a chat for us.
I'll do it for less than that, I have to say.
I'll do it for half,
As for Charlotte, she would pay you to be there. Lovely. Now we go to this whole business about the new media age, new technology, how we all communicate. Charlotte taking the emails and the tweets there as well, and everybody's doing it.
We are. Apparently, an average Brit is spending half of our time using social internet, social media, newspapers, telephones, you name it. And I am very guilty of that myself.
Yes.
Tweeting you, having a call about our red dresses this morning.
You say guilty as if it's some sort of shame, but it is the new way, isn't it? It's how we've evolved.
It's a little bit sad, though, sometimes. I find myself tweeting what I've had for breakfast or the fact that I'm about to make a cup of tea. And then I just think, do people really want to know? But it's almost an addiction. I can't help myself press send.
Well, the big tweet this morning, the big debate amongst you viewers watching this morning is who wears this red dress best? And does Sky News Sunrise look like a Special K advert this morning, of which you two would represent it very, very well? And it's pretty even Stevens in the voting stakes at the moment. So keep those tweets coming in.
I'm touched. I think I'm getting the sympathy vote. I'm touched.
Right, we go from that to this amazing woman. Her name's Brenda Allison, and Brenda is 50 years of age, and she's got a bit of a condition. She's magnetic. Her personality's magnetic, literally.
What a fantastic story. And the picture that goes with this is just brilliant as well. And the Sun are calling her a human fridge door. And apparently there is a real warning to us all here because apparently it's her high stress levels that are making her electronic and magnetic field or whatever that much stronger. So we've all got to be careful or else we could be attracting coins and magnets and spanners to ourselves before we know it.
Gosh. Do you have a magnetic personality, do you think?
Well, in some ways, but hopefully not so bad that I'm
Yes.
going to start attracting magnets and getting things
Well, it'll
off your
happen
desk.
to me because I am so stressed. There'll be things sticking to me all over the place. What about you, Charlotte?
Well, she sets car alarms off as well, I think, which
Yeah,
is
she
it's a pretty
does.
impressive feat, isn't it, really?
Yeah,
Dear,
she's
dear.
doing great things.
Dear, dear, dear. There you go. Michelle Dewberry, or as we say in Tweetland, at Michelle Dubes.
At Michelle Dubes.
It's all there. Thank you very much
Thank
indeed for
you.
your romp through the newspapers today. We're going to take a break there. Website as usual. That is the Education Minister, David Willits there. Did you go to university, Jacqueline?
I did go to university, but I'm not sure if I'm going to encourage my kids to go to university. I think it's almost better to do something practical, like if you fail your A-levels, you don't get the grade you want, go and do something for a year like plastering or bricklaying or plumbing, learn something useful.
Yeah, like making beds or
No,
cooking.
not making beds, something like
none of them are
bricklaying.
useful.
Or something.
Well, what do you think, Lucy? You're nodding away there.
I've got three brothers, and one went to university, I went to university, and then my two youngest brothers didn't. And we've all gone into really different professions, and I just don't think it's the be-all and end-all. Like Jackie said, I think learning a trade's quite a good idea, or learning a skill, and also doing some time in industry works wonders. I did a lot of work experience, and both of my jobs that I've had in my adult career have been from work experience, not from grades.
The qualification or the person, Charlotte?
Well, I think it should be the person, definitely. The trouble is, as you said, it's employers that are a problem because they'll ask for the qualifications.
Exactly. OK, here is Lucy, who's fully qualified to give you the weather.
Thank you. Yes, I did a few years in meteorology. Before getting here, there's going to be some showers today, and then there's going to be some rain. The rain's going to affect the cricket later, and if the rain doesn't bring an early end to cricket, then the bad light will.
If you're watching at home and you've got good or bad news or no news at all, please do let us know. And of course, AS exams as well, they're coming out today. Charlotte with a rundown of what else is happening. What have you got?
An update on the situation in Iraq, actually. And the last US combat forces have left the country 2 weeks ahead of schedule. The final brigade exited. Now, the World Cup, climate change and the economy have all altered the way we speak, according to the new Oxford Dictionary of English. More than 2,000 new words have been added to the latest edition. Vuvuzelas dominated the football, and now they have made it into the dictionary. They're also joined by colloquialisms like LBD, short for little black dress, and conversely, cheeseball, a person with no style. And all power to the tweeters, microblogging has made it in, and defriending has also become a word.
Yeah, I'm just saying there's so many words related. There's a lot to do with Fabio Capello, actually. A lot of you are making those words up on Twitter as to sort of meaning getting paid a lot for doing very little.
I've had some nice ones, actually. Samantha Songhurst says, how about tweepettes for female tweeters? And Adam Brown says, my favourite new word is sheeple for people who act like sheep. So a cross between sheep and people. I might start using that one.
Very good. Lovely. Front pages of the papers, Daily Telegraph first of all. Shocking pictures there. Some shocking words making it into the Oxford Dictionary of English. 2,000 new ones. Can you believe that? Vuvuzela is in there as well. Well, there'll be an epidemic of those things. We've got LBD, which is short for what, Charlotte?
Little black dress.
Right, OK. And also people think your little red dress should be in there. LRD. Now, cheeseball, Charlotte, is what?
Well, that's apparently someone who's got no style. It's not one of those little cheesy, crisp football things, but someone who is without style.
Yeah, and we have got lots more to talk about, including microblogging and defriending, and I suppose I better not say what should be in there. We've got Angus Stevenson, he's editor of the Oxford Dictionary. What are we seeing here? What determines what goes in there, Angus?
Well, I think the new words in the new edition of the Oxford Dictionary of English, as you say, they do fall into a few categories. There's quite a few to do with obviously computing, the environment, the financial crisis and war, things like exit strategy and troop surge.
So business can make these up. I mean, 2,000 new words in a year.
Well, it's 2,000 new words and senses, and that's since the last edition of the dictionary in 2003. Traditionally, we have about 5 or 6 years between editions, although from now on we've actually got a new online service, Oxford Dictionaries Online, so we'll be able to update the words a lot more.